And we are live. Paula here. I'm a health and wellness coach, a life coach, mindset coach, nutritionist, and amongst all my other qualifications. I am super pumped to see you tonight. We are live. If you are watching on live, please make sure that you press the button that says StreamYard so I can see who you are and I can interact with you on this live call tonight. So I'm super excited to be here. I'm sure a few people will start to come in now as I regularly go live at 7 p.m. in some of my groups. So tonight I am bringing you a talk on mindset and nutrition. So I'm going to be speaking to you about your mindset and how your mindset. Hi there, how you doing? I can't see who it is. Hello, Rosie. Well done for pressing the right button. StreamYard, yes. If you're watching live, hashtag live. If you're watching on replay, hashtag replay. Super good to see you here tonight. I know somebody has popped on and said hi, but you need to press the StreamYard button at the top. So if you're watching live, hashtag live. If you're watching on replay, hashtag replay. So excited. Now, mindset is really important for reaching any goals. So I'm going to be asking you a few questions on this live. So if you tell me on this live what your goals are, what do you want to achieve? What do you want to achieve? What is your goal? What do you hope to achieve? And how easy or difficult do you find it in trying to reach your goal? Is it something that, you can reach for a while? Say, for example, you're a lady, you're over 40, as most of my clients are, and you're trying to lose weight. You may have lost weight in the past and you've put the weight all back on again and more. So pop in the comments and let me know if this resonates with you, because it resonates with a lot of my clients where they have been here, they have lost weight and they've put it all back on again. And there's several reasons for that. So I'll be just curious to know where you're at with that. And the more you interact with me on this live, the more I'm going to be able to help you out with what's going on. Okay. So I hope you have a pen and paper handy as well too. It will be super, super important. So one of the things that I want to ask you about, you want to reduce your visceral fat. Okay. Hi, hello. I don't know who it is, but you need to make sure you press the StreamYard button. Okay, so your weight won't come down. All right. So what are your beliefs around losing weight? What do you believe? Do you believe, Rosie, that it's easy to lose weight, or do you believe that it's hard? And what do you feel is holding you back? Because these questions I'm asking you are going to help you unlock where your mindset is, where your paradigms, where your limiting beliefs are. And these limiting beliefs are actually holding you back, partly holding you back. It's not the full picture, but part of it. So what is it that you think is difficult now? Is it menopause? What is it? Is it lack of activity? What is it that's holding you back? Is it your hormones? Is it your eating habits? What do you think? Is it lack of knowledge? Is it lack of support? Because these are factors as well too. So I'll be really interested to find out what you have to say. Now, your beliefs, are important, because if you have beliefs that, oh my goodness, it's too hard, or everybody in my family is really big, I can't do it, it's nearly impossible, it's okay for her, then do you know what? It's going to be difficult, because what we think, hello Jane, great to see you, what we think we become. And that is so true. So if we think, oh my goodness, I'm this, I'm that. So honestly, if you looked in the mirror, no motivation, and put everybody before yourself. Yes, I don't know your name, but thank you for the comment. Absolutely. Putting everybody before yourself is a big factor. It really absolutely is. No time for you, no self-care, and the motivation is coming from mindset. I was going to say something there and I've kind of forgot myself. Hello, Tina. How are you doing? Great to see you. I was going to say now about beliefs. So, yeah, I know what I was going to say. What you think you become. What you think you become. So try and really think about that. So, as ladies, most of us like to look good. We like to put on nice clothes. So tell me this, when you're going to your wardrobe and you're putting on clothes and you look at yourself in the mirror, now this is really key. So ladies, tell me, what is going through your head when you look in the mirror and you see yourself? What is your talk like? This is self-talk. And this is where all the subconscious programming, the beliefs, everything is coming out. And the mirror work is so important. Mirror work, looking at yourself, what are you telling yourself? What are you saying to yourself when you see yourself in that mirror? Because believe it or not, that's going to tell me a lot about your thinking. Everything is should with no results, intermittent fast and water, protein, exercise classes, but then a slice of cake ruins everything. That's your thinking, Rosie. There's obviously gaps in your knowledge as well too. So yeah, I will chat to you about this, Rosie. I'll message you after the call. That's okay. And talk to you about it. I need to be put in a tent. I want to feel good about myself. Those clothes are uncomfortable. I need to lose weight. Thanks, Jane. But what is the self-talk like? What are you saying to yourself? What are you saying to yourself when you look in the mirror? What is going through your head? I'm going to be honest and tell you how I used to feel. I used to look at myself in the mirror and feel disgusted. I was 2.5 stone overweight. I was saying to myself, Paula, how did you let this happen? How did you get to this? How did you let yourself down? And I felt really bad. I would see, the bingo wings, I'd see the tummy, the hips, even the jowls on my face, and I was absolutely disgusted. So let's be honest about this, let's be honest. And I know that, my self-esteem and my weight are very much intertwined. But I also know that when my self-esteem is really good, I don't go to that place where I let myself comfort eat, where I don't look after myself. So really important key questions here, ladies, and I want you to really ponder on this because it is important. I should be able to lose weight. Yeah. Hit my body. Yeah. Jane, I'm totally with you. That's how I felt. I felt exactly like you. I totally understand where you're coming from. Yeah. Thank you. I'm not sure your name, but yeah, you're feeling disgusted. These are real feelings. These are absolutely real. But if we stay here in this place of disgust, if we stay in this place of not feeling good about ourselves, then we keep getting the same results. And this is what's tending to happen, ladies. It really is. So, and there are clearly, and I know this, there are knowledge gaps around nutrition as well, because, I've coached hundreds of women. Everybody that comes to me, anybody that's struggling to lose weight has a knowledge gap. Absolutely. Even people who think they know about nutrition learn from me. I coached a lady, Rachel, who has a degree in nutrition and food, and she learned a lot from me. So if you think you know a lot, you probably don't. You probably need more information. You probably need information that is suited to you. And that's just to be honest with you. Sometimes we think we know what's healthy, but in actual fact, we don't know exactly what is right for us. Yeah, you hate yourself. And that's not a good place to be, Tina, is it? We don't want to be in this state of not liking ourselves. We're not brought onto this planet to be disgusted at ourselves, and we have to think of the impact that has on the people around us, our relationships. the people, our loved ones? What impact does that have on relationships, your intimate relationships, your kids, your grandkids, your social life, your work life? Because this impacts us. When we feel like this affects every area of our life. And I know this. I avoided social situations when I was 2.5 stone heavier. I was going to the supermarket later at night, wearing the dark baggy clothes and praying to God that I wouldn't meet anybody, because I was just so disgusted with myself. It affects intimacy. It affects your clothes choices. It affects every area, your work, the clothes you wear, how you feel, your confidence getting into meetings. It absolutely affects every area. And, it's something that we can't ignore or hide. And we need to be, open and honest about this. And I am now. I'm sharing part of my story with you here tonight, and the hope that it's going to give you some hope for yourselves. And thank you for sharing that. Yeah, mental health. I too had issues with my own mental health, depression, low mood, all happening around menopause. So I totally understand where you're coming from. I don't eat, so I lose the weight. And then when I'm happy, then the weight piles on. Again, that's your thinking. I wish you would just push the wee button at the top in StreamYard so I could see who you are and answer you personally. But again, that's your limiting belief there. That's what you're believing about yourself. And that, in effect, is holding you back, the belief that you have. So until we change those beliefs, we keep repeating the same patterns over and over and over again. We really, really do. Okay, so what are limiting beliefs, ladies? So limiting beliefs are basically our paradigms, our habits. It's the things that we tell ourselves. We can tell ourselves, I'm a failure. I can't lose weight. Things don't work out for me. It's my parents' fault. I'm big boned. That's just my luck with my hormones. Who am I to have everything? I don't deserve this. So how do I do that? So you can see me. At the very top, there should be, at the top of the screen, when you're in the Facebook group, there should be something that says StreamYard. If you press the button that says StreamYard, I'll know who you are then. And then I'll be able to answer you nicely. Awake at night thinking about my weight. I know, Jane, and I was the same too. I used to wake up and then feel my belly, and wake up in the morning and think, oh my God, look at the state of me. Absolutely, how I've exercised and the difference it's going to make, what I've eaten. I know. And then we feel guilty, don't we? We feel guilty for every bite we put in our mouth. We overanalyze then what we're eating, our exercise, and it becomes a bit, it can become a wee bit obsessive. For me, it did anyway. I was just, oh my goodness. But it was only when, I developed my own method, when I trained, developed my own method as a nutritionist, a wellness coach, life coach, that I could see that all these other people that I tried all their diets. I tried Slimming World, Weight Watchers, Paleo, Keto, Slim Fast, tried everything really. And even went to some other nutritionists, and nothing was working. But when I used my own method and factored that in with, proper nutrition that was for my health, not about counting calories, not about calorie deficits or weighing and measuring food, none of that. Proper nutrition where I was hitting my micronutrients, vitamins, macros, all those things. But more importantly as well, that I was doing the right exercise for me, that I was looking at my mindset, and I've had a lot of help and support with that over the years. And I've invested tens of thousands of pounds in myself and my own development. I've joined the group. Hello, you're really welcome. My Fitness Pal. Rosie, I don't use My Fitness Pal. Very few of my clients use it as well. You don't need to use My Fitness Pal. put it like this. If you're using, again, beliefs, if you are using MyFitnessPal and you're not getting results. So here's the thing, doing the same thing over and over again and you're getting the same results is a waste of time. It's madness. So if you're using MyFitnessPal and it's not working for you, then stop using it. It's just not getting you there. That's my honest opinion on this anyway. Again, beliefs are holding us back. Find MyFitnessPal consuming. It can be, I do have some clients who use it, they like it, but most of my clients do not. They focus more on the coaching that I give them, making sure that they're optimally, nourished, that we're hitting all our nutritional needs, so that we're hitting our nutritional needs, not just for protein, carbohydrates and fats, that we're getting all our micronutrients and that we're really gunning for good health. Now, next week, ladies, I hope Isabel's going to drop the link. Next Monday and Tuesday, I am running a zero cost 2-day summit on menopause and gut health. So we're going to be diving into menopause symptoms, what they are, how you're feeling, why you're getting them, what we can do to eliminate them. Thanks for that, Isabel. And then on day 2, we're going to look at gut health. Gut health is my absolute joy. It's my joy to talk about it and to help people with it. Yes, you did it right, Bonnie. Brilliant. I can see you. Fabulous. Okay, so gut health as well too, and menopause is super important. I'm not going to talk too much about this tonight, but I just want you, yay for Bonnie. I just want you to know that as our estrogen, progesterone, testosterone, as those hormones decline, our gut health seems to take a battering. And some of the symptoms of menopause are mimicked through gut health and gut inflammation. So register, ladies, make sure that you register for this event next week. There's a limited amount of spaces because it is on Zoom. There's already 40 places taken up this evening, so you can't use the link. Isabel, will you drop that link again too? Just drop the link on its own. Might be too much writing. Okay, back to mindset then. Okay, so again, you can believe that it's your hormones, but through my coaching and my teaching, I am going to help you see that it is partly your hormones, but it is also about health, lifestyle, self-care, and taking care of yourself. Hopefully that'll work now when Isabel drops that for you, ladies. Okay, so the things that you believe as well, if you believe that you need to go to the gym, do you believe that you have to go to the gym to get fit and lose weight? Absolutely, Margot, that's a priority. If you have high blood pressure, it absolutely is. And I have seen many, many clients of mine reduce blood pressure medication or come off it as they lost weight. So it's an absolute priority. Definitely is, Margot, yes. And let's talk to me and my team about that for sure. So if you're believing, that it's going to be hard, it's going to be hard. It really is. So beliefs are massive. They really, really are, folks, for sure. And so if you believe that you need to go to the gym to lose weight, well, you walk 13 miles. It's my secretary. Do you walk 13 miles every day, Jane? Okay. So again, if you're doing all this exercise and you're not losing weight, there is some disconnect. So it's mindset, but it's also you need help with your nutrition, your portion control, and the amount of nutrients that you need. Okay, so it's different for everybody. Everybody needs to eat different amounts, and certain people can eat certain foods and other people can't. But again, you need an assessment on that depending on where you're at right now, out and about in nature. All right. So if you believe, then I've got to go to the gym. I've got to go to the gym to lose weight. Well, no, you don't need to go to the gym, but you do need to do exercise. You do need to do some form of movement, but it does not need to be in the gym. I would say probably 98%, if not 99% of my clients do not use gyms. They either work out at home or they work out with very little equipment, usually at home. Some of them have gyms, so some don't. But you do not need to go to the gym. So stop using that as an excuse. All right, what else are you believing about weight loss? Okay, stress. Where are you on stress levels? So where is your stress? And again, your perception of life, of stress is a factor. So how stressed are you? On a daily basis, how stressed are you? Because we know that stress affects hormones. We know that if you're stressed, you're not sleeping as well. And we know that if that is the case, that's affecting your cortisol levels. And when the cortisol goes up, so does the belly fat. 90, that's very high, Margot. And if you have high blood pressure, we really do need to talk to you for sure. Absolutely. So if you have high stress, then you're going to have high cortisol. And then what that, you're going to feel more hungry. If you're not sleeping as well, usually people are getting afternoon hunger pangs. So pop in the comments, depends on the day, Bonnie. A working day or a non-working day, Bonnie, would that be it? Or depending on what's happening on work. Okay, so in terms of stress, 5 hours sleep. Oh my goodness, Rosie. Been wearing a Fitbit for 6 years, premenopause. Yeah. Again, we see our clients sleep. Our clients are sleeping through the night. So they go from having maybe 4 or 5 hours of broken sleep to getting between 7 and 9 hours a night of good rested sleep. But again, that's through coaching and lifestyle management, which is what we help them with. Lifestyle management. Yeah, stressed, on medication, broken sleep. You see, this is a factor as well. Your sleep. Your sleep is affecting your stress levels. It's affecting your cortisol. And then also we have other hormones like ghrelin and leptin. They're all kicking in, and that leads to hunger, which means we eat more. So are we heading to the biscuit tin in the afternoon? Is our blood sugar dropping? Is that what's happening? I'm pretty sure for some of you, this is what's happening. Now, I have seen clients come to me and not be, nourishing themselves properly. Their nutrition is good, but when they improve their nutrition up to the point where they're actually eating more foods that are good for them, they're losing weight easily. They don't get the 3 p.m. slump where they're heading for the biscuit tin or the crisps or whatever it is, or the chocolate. So, and that's not to say that my clients don't have treats. They do have treats, but they're controlled because they're in control. So when you're not losing weight and you're not reaching your goals, do you feel in control? So let me know in the comments here how you feel. And I'll give you some tips later for what might help. And I hope you have pens and paper with you, folks, now to write this down. Okay, there's usually a wee delay with some of the comments coming through. So, but if you feel that, you're stress eating, it can be sleep, it can be mindset, and it can be hormones, never feel in control. And again, that doesn't help your self-esteem when you're not feeling in control of your body, of your choices, of your results. And that's not good for self-esteem. It really isn't, folks. It's really, really not. So, all right, where am I at now? Okay, habits. Now, what habits do you have that you would like to change? Do you have any habits that you feel are holding you back from reaching your goals? I'm going to tell you some of my secrets. One of my habits when I worked in London was I was teaching at the time, and I used to think, I've worked really hard all day. This is in my 20s. It wasn't even in my 40s. So I've worked really hard all day. I deserve a treat. So I'd have a packet of crisps on the way home on the train. So that was a habit of mine. I loved crisps, but I would say until I actually educated myself, did my training, did the research, I was not hitting my nutrition the way that I do now. So all those cravings as well were as a result of my body being deprived of proper nutrition. Procrastination, big mindset issue. Procrastination, really related to self-esteem as well too. I'm not sure who you are again. Sorry, it's coming up as Facebook user, but if you can make sure you hit StreamYard at the top of the video, and then I'll see who you are, because I would like to. Coca-Cola. Yeah. Is that normally in the afternoon, Bonnie, by any chance that you're having the Coca-Cola? But again, it's habits, but it's also making sure you're getting the right nutrition. And I definitely had a habit with crisps. For sure. 3 p.m. Yeah, Bonnie, not surprised. That's when it hits. That's when that's when our hormones are kicking in. It's because lack of sleep and not the right nutrition. Chocolate after dinner once dishes are done and sit to watch a drama. Okay. And some people have a habit of, there's different types of habits around exercise. And if you resonate with this, you're either not doing enough exercise, or you're doing too much, or you're not doing the right type for you. So pop in the comments and let me know. You have a sweet tooth. Yeah. And do you think that's a habit? Because I see it with clients. I see, clients who come to me with a sweet tooth. They still like sweet things, but when they're getting the right amount of food that they need to fuel their body, to make sure their body's healthy, happy, energetic, they're losing weight, they are less likely to be going for sweet things. They're in control. So you're in control. But your mindset as well around this as well too. Your self-esteem, how you feel about yourself. And this is part of it, because, as we start to feel really good about ourselves, we will naturally want to nourish our body. You will naturally want to nourish your body. You will naturally eliminate toxins from your body. So what we tell ourselves, we become. We manifest. We manifest our body, we manifest our health, and we manifest our results. It's so true. If anybody believes in manifestation, it all starts with our thinking. Our thinking, our beliefs, our habits, and our actions. So the lady there mentioned procrastination. If you're procrastinating and putting things off, then, hi Joe, thanks for sharing that. Then how likely are you to reach your goals on your own? How likely is that to happen? How likely is that? Hi Debbie, thanks for putting your name there. Yeah, putting things off, don't get enough exercise and don't know which ones to do yet. A lack of knowledge and guidance would be needed. I'm sorry, I don't have your name here. Don't have any habits, but I know I'm not eating properly. Okay. Curious to find out, what the habits are and why you think you're not eating properly. But thank you for that. But the habits are important. Habits are, how we think as well. We can be in the habit of thinking, I'm not good enough. I look after everybody else and put my needs last. So pop in the comments and let me know if you have not been taking care of yourself and taking care of everybody else above you, because that is a habit, putting yourself at the bottom of the list. Okay, Margaret, so you find the evenings. All right, and it could be the nutrition as well too, that you're not optimally nourished, that's making you go for sweet things. Also could be a habit that needs to change. And it takes probably in the region of 35 to 60 days to change a habit. And I find that, it's great people come on my courses and, oh, I can do that. but they don't do it long term because they haven't been supported and given the knowledge and skill that my clients have got. Agree, evenings are difficult. And is it that you feel that you need a reward? Is that what it is? And you see, that's the thing. A lot of people believe that you need a food reward. I've been good all day. I deserve this. Just curious to see what your thinking is around that. Okay, so we talked a wee bit about, your self-talk. So and this is the thing, about self-care. It is really important. It's the oxygen mask scenario. If you're on a plane, they tell you, do not fit anybody else's oxygen mask until you have fitted your own. And I mean, let's face this, you are no good to anybody else if you can't breathe. So why are we as women constantly making sure that everybody else is okay? And we beat ourselves into the ground, so we're working full time, families, caregiving maybe with grandchildren, elderly relatives, and then we wonder why we're burnt out, stressed out, and we haven't looked after ourselves. So super important and good point there. Thank you for bringing it up. So yes, it's absolutely to do with how you feel about yourself. It really, really is. It's all to do with how you feel about yourself. And so, what do you say to yourself when the clothes aren't fitting? I know what I used to say to myself. I put on these lovely blouses and dresses and the zip wouldn't go up. I'd be, oh, anybody ever lie in the bed and try and pull the zip up? Well, I've done that. Oh my goodness, trying to squeeze myself into these clothes that didn't fit. Or, when the blouses would gape, beautiful clothes and the blouses are gaping, it is so soul destroying, when you have these lovely clothes and they don't fit. And that has a knock-on effect because I hated going out and I hated having to go up 1 or 2 dress sizes, wearing those dark baggy clothes. And I, for a fact, felt really frumpy. I didn't feel good about myself at all. I absolutely didn't. So how do you feel, ladies? How are you feeling when your clothes aren't fitting? How does it affect you socially? Are you happy going out socially, or are you avoiding social situations? For many people that I've spoken with over the years, and many of my clients will have said they were wearing the dark baggy clothes, they were not getting photographs taken. Are you avoiding photographs? Are you avoiding, being in the center of social situations? Are you sliding in the back of social situations and sliding into a chair and staying in the background, staying in your comfort zone? Because many of us do this when we're not feeling good about ourselves, avoiding photographs. And, that's very sad because photographs are memories. Think of family times. We have Christmas coming up, family celebrations, work celebrations, and if you're avoiding living. So when we do that, ask yourself this question: are you living to the full? Are you living to the full? I would say no. I would say you are not living to the full. And then what effect does that have on your relationships? This all starts with our thinking. We end up in this situation with our thinking from give to everybody else. So our nutrition is not as good as it could be. Our exercise isn't as good. We're not thinking the way we need to think. We have no support and accountability. Nobody is coaching us or helping us with this. If we're going to diet clubs, we all know, step on the scales and sorry, it didn't work out this week. Or people talking about different types of food that may not suit you, or you've tried it before and it's not working now. Yeah. Hi. Definitely need to lose a couple of stone. Not happy with photos. No. Often people are not happy with photos. It really brings it back. Do you, some people can be in denial about this, that they're not happy, that they are happy when they're actually not. But, if you took a good hard look at yourself, be really honest with yourself, go in and journal on this, ask yourself, You know, it's something that I get my clients to do, something I do. Sit down with a piece of paper after this call and write down, how do you really, truly feel about yourself? And be super honest. And I'm going to show you something that I did with my clients there last week. It's called the bubble document. And so basically, a bit of paper and write down how you feel about yourself here. And then write all the feelings that you have about yourself coming off that. And be honest. Be super honest with yourself. Well, Mandy, I'm going to be honest with you here in terms of mindset. I have been coached on my mindset. I am still being coached through, mindset. My clients are coached on mindset specifically. We have a weekly mindset coaching call, and it is the most popular coaching call that we have each week because of the progress and the growth and the confidence that my clients are getting from that. So, people think, oh, I'll be positive. It's not just about being positive. It's not about being positive. There is so much more to this. This is really looking at your belief system and then learning how to change your beliefs. That takes a wee bit of work, takes a wee bit of time. It can be done, but it needs to be consistent. Okay, the body composition. I can see that my metabolism is right. Water's up. 2. The fat is up. There's something going wrong there, Rosie, with your there's something going wrong there with your nutrition, to be honest. So definitely something not right. But anyway, back to mindset. So yeah, how do you really feel about yourself? It's really, really important. Okay, so who in the group here procrastinates? Who puts things off? We all do. Again, when we procrastinate, that is a confidence issue. We're not feeling good. We're going into that either anxiety, fear, doubt, or worry. And when we're in this state, we're on a low vibration, it's called. A low vibration. So while people, can say, oh, I'm confident, we have two sides to us. We have two self-images. We have the one that we present to the world. And while, when I was 2.5 stone overweight, I was presenting as being confident at work and in situations. But that is not how I felt. So that is why you need to be honest about this. So while you're saying, oh, I'm confident in this and that, you're in denial. You need to be honest with yourself. If you were so confident, if you were feeling so amazing, then we wouldn't have gotten into this situation in the first place. Yes, Mandy, thank you for being so honest. Thank you for being so honest. And until we address this, you can go on all the diets you like. You can go on them, but you know what's going to happen? The cybernetic principle. The cybernetic principle means that you will always go back to where you were before. Unless you work on your mindset and you're coached on this, you won't know how to do it because it takes a wee bit of work, a wee bit of persistence, a wee bit of time. You will always go back to where you were before. Now, if you think about the diet industry, if you think about yourself, and I want you to think about the people you know, how many people do you know have been on diets, lost multiple stones, and what happens? What happens? What happens over time? The habits creep back in. The mindset isn't right. The habits creep back in. So the habits start to creep back in, and it's like, oh, she'll have a wee bit of chocolate, have a wee bit of that, it'll not matter. And then over time, you revert back to the habits that you have had. You revert back. And what happens? The self-esteem goes. And you think, I'm not feeling so good about myself. So we start to comfort eat. Can you see the cycle now that I'm talking about? Can you see how important, ladies, that this is? That it all starts with our thoughts. But if we keep doing these things over and over, these diets, you may lose weight in the diet, you may not. But the point is, do you want to keep repeating the process? It's like the hamster on the wheel. You go round and round and round, and you're not getting anywhere. you're not going anywhere. And we know as well that, if we're losing weight, we're putting weight back on and we're doing this, then that is a metabolic effect as well. We're losing muscle mass. So we want to keep that muscle mass, especially in menopause and as we age. Yeah. Margot, don't give up on yourself. There's hope. We're here. We're here to help you. Please sign up for this next week. Make sure you show up 7 o'clock Monday and Tuesday next week. It's going to be a really lovely, lovely workshop. I'm going to bring my best self and all my energy to this. So, there is hope. Please do not give up. So, what do you think you need to do to get results? What do you think? Well, we need to change your thinking and we need to take action. So we need to do the work that I've given you. I've given you homework here, the bubble document. We need to be honest about how we feel. Pardon me. And then we need to write down, how do you want to be? How do you want to feel? And I want you to be really honest with yourselves, ladies, and this is your homework. I want feedback on it as well. We give a lot in this group, so we want you to give back. So what I want you to do is do the bubble document, write down how you're feeling, how you see yourself, be honest. And then what I want you to do then is write down, how do you want to be? How do you want to feel? And then I want you to post it in the group and tell us how you want to be, how you want to feel, what you want for yourself now as a lady over 40, over 50 and beyond. What do you want now for yourself for the rest of your life? So that's your homework and that wee bit there. Now, the other thing too, folks, that we hear a lot of is, I don't have time. So who here is saying, I don't have time, I'm too busy? Well, I probably work with the busiest people. I work with super busy people. I have worked with people who have had several jobs and who have still got amazing results. So I want you to think about how you use your time. How do you use your time? And I'll bet that if we all looked, and I know I'm very good at structuring my time, I wasn't always, but how you use your time and the actions that you're taking towards your goal. So ask yourself, are you using your time wisely? Are you efficient? Are you productive? Because I'll tell you what, the more successful people become, the more efficient and productive that they become too. So I want you to ask yourself that, how good are you with time? So what value, ladies, do you put on your health and your well-being? What value do you put on it? And one of the things as well that I hear to you is, oh, I don't want to invest in myself. Well, I have invested tens of thousands of pounds in myself to become an elite coach, mentor to my clients. So what value do you put in your health, your well-being, your goals? And some women will say, I'd spend 4,000 on a holiday, but I wouldn't spend very much money on my health and my well-being goals. Well, I would say to you, my goodness, what are you really saying? What value are you putting on yourself if you're saying that? Also, what are you teaching your family about health and well-being? If you'd spend lots of money on holidays and things like that, but not spend it on your well-being, because as a woman, you're leaving a legacy of health for your family. So it's super important that you think about this and that you invest in you, because if you don't do it, nobody else is going to do it. And the question is, if you don't do it, then what's going to happen? What is the cost to you? What is the cost to your health and your well-being if you don't start to invest in your well-being? You want your health and well-being to be at the forefront, good, of what you do. Average with your time management, yes. And that's where it should be, your mindset, your health, and your well-being. And I have found that my clients become more productive, because when you're optimally nourished, When your movement's really good and optimum, when you're working on your mindset, you're productive, you're efficient, your life is balanced. And that's what it's about, leading a balanced, happy, healthy life. And what are you saying to yourself? Are you making excuses and saying, well, I don't have the money, but I'll spend $4,000 on a holiday, but I won't spend it on my health? Well, the holiday will be over in 10 days, 2 weeks, but you're going to live in your body for the rest of your life. So seriously think about that. You have to live with yourself for the rest of your life. So what you do now sets the seed for your health for the rest of your life. And the other one I'm hearing now, oh, it's Christmas. Christmas is coming up. I can't do it now. Well, the thing is, Christmas is one day. And, you know, some of my clients have re-signed with me today. They've stayed on because they love the coaching. They're getting amazing results. But the thing is, they're not using that excuse. And the reason being is they know that when you are supported and guided on your journey, you need to learn how to eat, how to manage. So you need to learn how to nourish yourself during these periods of festivity, how to manage the stress, how to manage holiday periods. Because if you keep saying, oh, I'll do it in January, if you're waiting for the stars to align, it's not going to happen. This is real life. Real things happen. And you need to learn how to manage these things during holiday periods, during stressful periods, during challenges, because this is what happens. And I have coached my clients through bereavement, through work stress, through family stress, through trauma happening to them. So if you're putting it off and saying, oh no, I can't because of this and this, there will never be the right time. You are going to stay stuck. So stop making the excuse, folks, that it's Christmas, it's Easter, it's the holidays. Nonsense. That is nonsense. It really is. Folks, stop telling yourselves these lies. They are not true. They really, really aren't. Now, so your thoughts create your feelings. Brilliant, Mandy. Glad to hear that. Your thoughts determine your feelings determine your actions, and your actions determine your results. Well, what does that mean? What does that look like? Okay, so my thoughts are, I've had a really busy day at work today. I'm really stressed. I deserve something nice. So I'm not feeling too good. I'm feeling a bit low. I'm feeling sad. So I decide to comfort eat. I decide to eat chocolate. My thoughts control my feelings control my actions. And if I keep this up of continually comfort eating, I'm sabotaging my results. Can you see how this works? How does it start? Thoughts, feelings, actions, results. Counteract that with the people that I work with. Thoughts, I'm working with Paula. Okay, if I feel stressed, she's taught me some techniques. I can reach out to Paula. She can help me deal with how I feel. I stay on track. I get results. So you are in control of you. But when you're working in the other way, your thoughts are controlling your feelings, your actions, and your results. So that's why you're not in control. It starts with your thoughts. It starts here. So folks, what I want you to do is use the bubble document. That is your homework. I want you to really reflect on this. This is super important. And this is just a wee taster of some of the work that I do with my clients and our coaching sessions. So write down how you're feeling, all your feelings about yourself. And then on another piece of paper, I want you to write down how you want to feel. How do you want to feel? What do you want in your life? And I want you to imagine yourself the way you really want to be. That is the first step in this, but you got to get honest first. You got to be honest with yourself. If you're in denial, it's no good. Be honest. As we said, we have two self-images, the one we present to the world and the one that we feel deep down. The one we feel deep down. Super important. Make sure you get registered for next week, folks. Monday and Tuesday, 7 p.m. You need to be registered. Zoom links will be sent out. You'll actually be registered on Zoom as well for this. So really, really important that you do this. We're so excited for this live training next week. Two of my favorite topics, well, menopause and gut health. We will talk about mindset as well. So Isabel's dropped the link for you. Now, some of the ladies on here sound like you really are ready to take action. So Isabel will reach out to you and we would love to have a conversation with you about your goals. Have an amazing evening. I would love to see you posting now in the group and telling me how you are getting on with some of the homework that I have given you. Have a lovely evening, everybody, and I will see you through the week in the group.